Okay, so it's April, bank holiday, just after Easter. Slowly starting to get things done. Got some potatoes there to go in. You can see there, Maris Piper, Edwards and Desiree, is it? Got plenty of them knocking around. Got some seeds down here we're going to start, I think, sorting through. I'm going to get my peas in, my sweet corn soon. I've got some beans there, might grow some climbing beans, carrots, spinach, iceberg lettuce, might put some red peppers in and some little gem. That's some perpetual spinach. Didn't have much luck with that last year, but I'll try it again. And then want to get all them in. Bold tidy beetroot never fails. Got a few other bits and pieces, beans and some other stuff I've saved, and plenty more seed over here. Well, globe artichokes, they look like a mess in the supermarket. I've tried to bring them back to life, don't know if I'm going to. Got some peppers over here underneath that, if it'll focus. These are my cucumbers, which have struggled a little bit with the cold we've had in the last week or two. They were indoors, but I thought I'd bring them out into the shed to sort of harden them up a little bit, get used to being a bit cooler. It's not doing great. This one's alright, these two at the back are okay. They're Cornish and Paris and Wisconsin, 3 of each. I've got a few extras. And these are the tomatoes that have been potted on this year so far. Ace 55, Roma. These are the Cascade, which are the ones for the hanging baskets. And these are called Marmande, I think. I think that's how you pronounce it. So that's what's going on in here. Right out here we got cold frame. Got a few trees growing. I forget what they are. I've got a woodland strawberry there, which I'm going to hopefully get a few runners off this year and grow a few extra. Couple of rosemary cuttings at the back. These are some of my overspill. Some cucumbers. These don't look too bad, even though they've been here. The one's drooping. Some extra tomatoes. That's a basil I got from the supermarket. That's well, it didn't look very good in the supermarket, so I thought I'd bring it home and bring it back to life, and that's what's happened. There's a couple of onions there I've grown from seed. They might need potting on. And I've got some shallots starting there, and I've got some of the, I think they're white Lisbon onions. They're not very big bulbs, they are growing. I don't know if they're going to be much cop, but we'll see. These are some daffodils, looking nice in the sun. And got some irises and some polyanthus in this container here. Some snowdrops in that bucket, but they're not growing very well. And some blind daffodils there. They don't seem to put in any flowers anymore. You know, peony in the corner and some bluebells. That's the ornamental pear. Had a little bit of disease on it last year, but it seems to have come back alright. A little bit of rust on the leaves, but that's fine. And that is the conference pear, which is a bit bigger this year, a lot bigger than it was. It's putting on plenty of buds. It's a nice one there. Don't know if we'll get anything off it this year, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll put a bit more height on. Probably gonna be the last year in a container. Got a sink there, and container might grow some onions there. Don't know yet. Might have to put some potatoes in over this side. I want to dress that bed with some compost, dig it in. My sweet corn's going to go in half of that bed. The other half I'm not sure yet. In this bed here, again, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to grow here yet, but I've got to use some of that compost that's on there. That's some of the old spent stuff from last year at the greenhouse. I've been sieving some of that for just growing my seedlings on. But yeah, got most of the garden tidied up. Still a few bits to do in that bed over there, and in the bed at the bottom where the strawberries are. It's a bit of a mess. And in that bed there next to the greenhouse, that's got potatoes in it already. They haven't come through. I'm a little bit worried that the frost might have got to some of the potatoes that I've put in there, so I will be using some of the ones that's in the shed to replace. See in the corner, you can't really see it, there's the rhubarb's coming back, the big rosemary bush which might have to come out, it's getting a bit messy, and we've still got the purple sprouting broccoli growing away, ready to be picked at. It's been doing well. Last year along here I grew some snapdragon plants and I've left them in, hoping that they'd come back. A couple of them are trying, got a bit of green on, most of them aren't, but I found this clump here of what looks to me like snapdragon plants. So I'm going to lift that out and pot them on, hopefully be able to fill in any gaps along here where they don't come back. And just along there we've got some of those ice plants, I forget what you call them, I think they're just common as mustard, didn't they? Everybody's got them growing. Some nice tulips coming up here. Everything else is slowly going to come back to life, not too bad. And just over here got to sort out the greenhouse, all the containers cleaned out, ready to go. I might put some small, these separate buckets in this year, different to these, so they're a bit more uniform. Got to clean out the edges, I know, just clean all that out, sweep it out. I'm going to put some black polythene bags down, just to separate the pots from the soil, because I did have problems with ants, but fortunately no sign of them this year. Now I've left it like this for a while. I did poison them all with washing up liquid and vinegar and hot water and stuff. It was mostly down here where they were, but it doesn't look like there's any activity at the minute. But yeah, these wood chippings ain't much copping in there, but we'll find a use for them somewhere else. You never have too much stuff, can you, looking about? Might need to get some new canes, them are looking a bit weary, a bit short. But yeah, hopefully as well, that bird box outside the back there, we'll get the bees back again. Last couple of years there's been bees in there, so hopefully have them buzzing around. That's why that box is there and not there, because there is quite a lot of them that buzz around it once they're in there. But that end of the greenhouse is sealed and closed. The windows up on this side, they don't really cause any bother. That shed door opens towards them, so you can still get into the shed easy enough. Yeah, and they just leave them alone, don't bother them. Absolutely fine. Down here, got some pallet collars. Got a few more down by the coal frame as well. Thinking about lining it out, making it into a compost bin. That's an old bee day there, doesn't get used for anything, that's got to go. And this chicken wire's got to go around this bed, which you can see is an absolute mess. I've had some trees cut down and everything got damaged and knocked about. Got to sort this tayberry out, it's going all over the place. Got this goji berry, which didn't really do much last year. It's coming on again, but I think it's too shaded here, I might have to move it. Yeah, there's the rhubarb. And here's my compost. Yeah, slowly sorting itself out. But yeah, hopefully have some compost at some point, probably not this year. And yeah, what you don't see behind in the photographs is the pallets and the bricks. But they again come in useful, and you've got to have somewhere to put them, ain't you? And they're not the tidiest looking things, are they? But you step just this far away and they vanish. Perfect. So that's it. Nice lovely sunny day. See you later.